Hello, everybody. Welcome back, and it's Friday, and I'm Oksana,
I'm Andre.
and we're back with books and
Inspirations.
so we're continue on with book by Chris Brosh, and the title is,
Letters to a Young Athlete.
and we're on to the letter number 3. And today I'll let Andre start with it, and then I'll continue.
The name of the letter is called The Gift of Hunger. So, I want to start it off with this quote I saw, which I really liked. And it is, you can talk to any NBA player, and they will tell you about someone they knew who had all the talent he needed to be in the league, but just didn't have the drive. The drive of hunger. The need to want to have something. Hunger can pull you through a bunch of situations if you focus on your one point and stay hungry for it. But remember, to be pulled through, you need to stay hungry and keep on fighting and have that motivation to get what you want.
Okay, so I'll take it from there, and that's a great start. Thank you. So before I'll give it back to Andre again, I want to add a little bit about my understanding of hunger. And for parents who are listening to us, very, very important to remember that in general, we can be hungry for something only that we ourselves really, really want. I cannot be hungry for something that Andre wants or somebody else wants. It have to be mine. I have to have that drive for it. So for parents who are listening and the ones who are really kind of trying to push the kids towards certain interests or certain fields and topics, keep in mind, eventually it needs to be their I want, not yours, if you want to see those hungry eyes and if you want to see them really truly going for it. For young listeners and readers and adults, I want to remind you guys that if you're not feeling hungry for it, if you're not feeling inspired and excited about whatever it is you're doing, perhaps maybe you want to stop and reevaluate what is it that you're doing, and maybe it's not yours. Maybe this is something that you need to think, maybe the direction needs to be slightly altered, or maybe the whole journey needs to be altered. It's up to you to decide, but this is something to really, really think about. And this chapter about hunger, I think, really beautifully ties in with the chapter about why. And to me, when you do have a strong why and your own authentic why, then I think it's a lot easier to be hungry and a lot easier to keep moving forward. There are a few other quotes, right?
I would like to add to that. With your why, you need to be hungry to complete that why. And to have the hunger, you need to have the why. So it's a give situation with your why and your hunger.
Exactly. And there's another quote, is that
There's nothing like celebrating a win or a big moment, but some people just get stuck there.
a great one. I'm a very, very big supporter of celebrations, and
I am
always, yes, exactly. We love to celebrate in our family. We celebrate individually, we celebrate together. We always encourage each other to celebrate. I always encourage my clients to celebrate and celebrate together with them their successes. And what is very important is to give a time to celebrate, is to give a time to acknowledge and to be proud and excited about your achievement, and then find that new hunger. And the way I think Michael Jordan called it, and Chris repeated here, he said, some here.
Same goes for entrepreneurs. Michael Lewis said that they're always chasing the new thing.
So sorry, not Michael Jordan, Michael Lewis. And the code is that they're always chasing the new thing. So after you're done celebrating your new old thing, what is the next step? What is your next new thing? And that is also very important. That what will keep your hunger somewhat being fed and keep being you will be pushed to go forward and naturally being pushed to go forward, not to just drag your feet across the next achievement. So very, very important. Celebrations. Don't get stuck in the celebrations, and while you're celebrating,
Enjoy it.
enjoy it. After you're done enjoying it, start thinking what is the next new thing. Do you have another code that you wanted to?
I would like to add to that, since after your celebration and when you are looking for a new thing, as you mentioned, feeding that hunger. Your hunger needs to grow with you. Sometimes in size, if you want more, but also in direction. If you don't like the direction you're going in now, but then your hunger suddenly sparks for one thing, but it's in, let's say, the complete opposite direction, follow your hunger.
That's a good one. So to me, it's still, I keep thinking that your why and your hunger, it's like, I don't know. If
They go hand in hand.
Exactly. I wanted to say brother and sister, I don't know about the relation there, but they do go hand in hand. And I really like how Chris talks about each aspect, starting from the first letter, if you guys remember, and we were talking about it, right? You were talking about general noise.
Yes.
And the importance of
like the choosing of what noise you want to take in and what noise you don't want to take in.
Absolutely. So there we're somewhat starting to prep and put piece by piece our why, right? When we're hearing the general noise, and in general noise he puts also advice that could be good, that could be not so relevant, but nevertheless all the information that we hear. So that's the beginning. That's the first step when we're starting to pull out things that we're starting to call and identify as ours. Then he goes into the questions. And I love that part about the questions. Do you remember how he talked about questions and answers?
Yeah, how you might want the answers to some questions now, but in fact you'll find the answers as you go along.
Exactly. I love how he said that live through your questions. So as you're hearing all the information, as you're hearing all the noise, you're starting to pull out the ones that are important to you, the ones that speak to you as you. Then you're obviously starting to question certain things, and of course, being young or being determined or being hungry for success or for achievement or for the next goal, what we do, we're going very quickly to, well, if there's a question, we need to find the answer. Well, what Chris is talking about here is to live through your questions. I think it's really brilliant. You collect the information, you identify the one that you need, you starting to form the questions, you live through the questions, and then I think right after that he goes into the letter of his why, right?
Yes.
And as you living through your questions, you're starting to form your why. And again, you will be really truly leaving your why and identifying with your why if it's yours. If it's something that's been borrowed from the shiny magazine cover or from the shiny social media account or something else, it's not really going to be yours. And if it's not emotional, authentically yours, it's not going to serve the purpose, because eventually you want that why to fit your hunger. You want to celebrate and go for the next and for the next achievement. So to me, these letters, we're on a letter number three.
Yes,
three fit so brilliantly together. First, the noise, identifying what's important, living through the questions, then moving into your why, and as you move through your why, going straight into the
gift of hunger.
Gift of hunger. And I love how you said it, the gift of hunger. I think there is a kind of play of words. We want to feel hungry, and when we do, then it's a gift, because all of a sudden we identified something that we really want. And it's really, really important, because in our day and time, there's again all the noise and all the massive amount of information around us. I think it is a gift to, regardless of how much of the things we have around, is to be truly hungry for something truly yours and truly authentically special for you. So we had an amazing time this week reading to the chapters and identifying the things that kind of related to us, and going forward with it, sharing with you guys. I hope you had a great time as well. Write back to us, ask questions. We would love to hear from you. I don't know if you have.
And don't forget, what you're hungry for really does matter.
Did you say, sorry if I've missed it, you've had this excellent way of talking about how the hunger is supposed to grow.
Yeah, I
Did
said
you,
that already.
You already said
Yeah.
it? I guess I was too much into my thoughts, and this is a great example for you guys how when you are working as a team, and of course while Andre is talking, you know, I'm thinking about my own things that I'm gonna come in
And vice versa.
and exactly, and add. So sometime I tune in and I can really continue, right? And sometime I tune out if I all of a sudden catch a thought in my head and want to share it with you. So remember, when you're working with somebody as a team, that can happen as well. That sometime you go completely in tune and listening and going and passing this dialogue back and forth, and sometime you say something and your partner just goes along with the thought, tunes out for a little bit because there's something else that he or she are thinking about and really want to share it with the crowd afterwards. So be sensitive to each other, be respectful to each other, read the book. If not reading the book, then follow our lives. We have a lot to share next week. We're gonna take Saturday and Sunday off, and then we'll come back to you guys on Monday with a new letter.
It's called Cultivating the Mind. Stay tuned to see what it's about.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.